Good to have Dr. Boyd Padgett back with us from the LSU Ag Center. They are gearing up for the Cenla Lawn and Garden Expo. It's coming up in April, but they're looking for vendors. So Boyd, welcome. Good to have you back.
It's great to be here.
And the show will be here before you know it.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah, and this is the third year, but we're trying to get some vendors, and we already have some people that have filled out their application and registered. So we're very excited about that, but the more the better. And
Describe the show for us.
well, it's on a Friday and Saturday. It starts Friday morning and goes till 5. And then at Saturday, it starts at 7:30 and goes to 2. What the participants will find, they'll find landscape material from the local nurseries, they'll find crafts, there'll be some jellies and things such as that, just kind of a wide array of things. And in addition to that, we have educational seminars on how to, say, make a raised bed garden. And hopefully Dan Gill will be there to speak, as well as some other Ag Center
He
people.
draws a lot of folks, doesn't he?
He does, and has some very useful information too.
And I'm sure folks can ask him questions. They have that opportunity to talk to him.
Most certainly. We have the master gardeners there as well, and we'll have a booth set up where Dan can answer questions, but also some of our other Ag Center extension specialists on particular agronomic questions they may have about fertility or diseases or insects or weed management.
So it's strictly for lawn and garden. I mean, it's for the
It
common
is.
everyday folks that have lawn and garden.
It is, and we encourage the public to come out. You know, it's undercover at the evac shelter, so even
Big
if it's
place.
yeah, it's huge, and if it's raining, it doesn't matter.
Right.
They can come in, and if it's hot, we'll have the air conditioning on.
You can purchase pretty much a lot of different items, but you'll be able to purchase plants as well.
Oh yes, ma'am. We will. You can get shrubs. You can get vegetables for your garden. So we're very excited about it. And this being the third year, it's been successful the last 2 years. So I think it's still going to be, you know, attendance should increase every year.
Boyd, if somebody's interested in being a vendor, what's the best way to find out?
They can contact Dr. Sarah Rogers Shields, or they can Google Cenla Garden Expo.
Right.
And it will take them to a website where they can actually register and buy.
Is there a deadline to register for this?
Yes, there is. There is. I'm not sure exactly what that date is,
Yeah.
but they can start with a booth that's 10 by 10. It's $70. If you go beyond that, it's 65 cents a square foot. So you get a little better deal if you go beyond 100 square feet. There'll be hookups, electricity. So we have a lot of returning vendors. We had more vendors last year than we did the first year, so that's encouraging.
So you're looking for a great show this year. Folks can actually, Google the show name, and
Yes.
it'll take you to the website?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
It should.
And that's where you can find out more information regarding all of the details.
Right.
And again, it's in that big evac shelter, so there's plenty of space, and hopefully, you know, Dan Gill, we're going to hope to get Dan Gill on our show before the Garden Expo begins.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Do you hope for the show to expand to the out of doors?
You know, we talked about doing that, and we've encouraged some of the vendors if they wanted to do some outdoor equipment displays, which we have some displays inside for equipment, but I think the Garden Path had talked about setting up some fountains and stuff.
Right.
Another thing I failed to mention is we have food vendors. So
Yeah.
even though it's south of LSUA's campus, which is kind of distant from any eateries, they can
Still be able to eat at
oh yeah, we
the
had
show.
boiled crawfish, we had hot dogs, we had, you know, kind of.
Have lunch there.
Because
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of organizations use this as a fundraiser for their groups.
They do.
Yeah,
They do.
their groups.
All right, Boyd. Thanks for coming again. It's going to be here before we know it, April the 8th and
Oh, yeah.
9th.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. More to come on our show. Get It Growing with Dan Gill. It's coming up in just a second, but first, our community calendar.